Hi everyone, I am going to be talking to you about Hostess Coaching, and I guess first of all, when you get those parties booked, Sarah Cutright always talked about when you're going to have a party, you might as well make it a good one. If you're going to go out and do that party, you might as well spend the effort making it the best party that you can, because the key to having a good party is good hostess coaching. Without the hostess coaching, you might as well not even go do the party, because the difference between having a good party and a bad party is actually talking to that hostess. You can go out and do a party and have it be, bring home $50 in your pocket, or you can go out and do that party and bring home $150 in your pocket, and the difference is hostess coaching. And so I guess the first thing that I do when I book that party with that hostess is when I'm talking to her on the phone, or when I am sitting down with her at a party and I've actually got that party booked with her, I tell her, I say, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to sit down and go through all of these products that we have, and I want you to make up a wish list. And I want you to get your wish list to $100. And when you send that wish list back to me, I'm going to give you $5 extra credit. I'm going to give you $5 more in free toys at your party, just for sending me that wish list. Because I think what happens when they actually sit down and they make up that wish list, they're excited. They're really committed to that party. They're invested in that party, because many times when they book that party, they get that packet in the mail. They forget about it, they put it to the wayside, they don't think about it, all of that kind of scenario. So get them committed to it, get them excited about it, get them thinking about those free toys that they're going to get, that $100 in free product, that extra $5 they're going to get from you, that kind of thing. The other thing I let her know is that I will give her another $5 in free product for the phone numbers and addresses that she's going to give me. I kind of walk her through. I let her know that, I typically recommend that she invite 30 to 40 people. Usually they freak out. Oh my gosh, I don't think I know that many people. How am I going to come up with that many people? Sarah told me also that, just tell her, pull out a yellow piece of paper, a yellow notepad, whatever you use in your kitchen to keep notes on, to keep your to-do list on. Just keep that on your kitchen counter throughout the week. And as you're doing your dishes, as you're, picking up the house, you're going to be thinking about your party. You're going to be thinking of people. Just keep writing them down on that piece of paper, because you're going to be amazed at how many people you come up with. You're going to think about, oh, my hairdresser, oh, that lady at church. Different people are going to come up throughout your day, throughout your list. So just keep jotting those people down on that piece of paper. The other thing, go through your cell phone. Go through your address list. Go through your Facebook list. Go through different lists of people that you do have, and you'll be surprised at how quickly you can come up with 40 people on your list. Because this is really what what I have every hostess do. Tell her that, make her feel like, maybe not tell her that, but make her feel like this is just what everybody does. They give you the list, we get the phone numbers, we do this. They're going to get an extra $5. It's not a big deal. This is what we do. This is how we get your party rolling. I also let her know that this is what I do say in your reminder phone calls. I just call them up. I say, hi, this is Krista with Discovery Toys. I'm just giving you a call to remind you about, Amy's party on Tuesday night. I'm just calling to see what are the ages of the children in your life, so I'd be sure to bring some of the products that I have available. I also wanted to see if there's any ages any children in your life that may be struggling with different skills that I could maybe help you out with some products that we do have available. So it's an easy phone call. The other thing I tell my hostess is I let her know that I'm going to call during the day, so typically I get all answering machines, so it's not a big deal that I'm calling. And it's real quick. I think the number one reason why we don't do hostess coaching is because we just really get busy and it's easy to forget. It just comes something that gets put on the back burner. We book that party, we get so excited, and oh my goodness, oh, that party's tomorrow. Oh, it's a week away. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that party. It's so easy to procrastinate that hostess coaching, because the other number two reason would be we're scared. We're scared that if we call that hostess, oh, we're going to scare that hostess away. Oh, something's going to happen. They're going to cancel on us. When actually the reality is that if we don't call that hostess, guess what's going to happen? We are going to scare that hostess away, because they think that we're not invested in them. So the best thing to do is to call that hostess. And typically I call my hostess 2 to 3 times. I usually call them right after a couple days after I send out that packet, because you know what happens after you send out that packet? It usually just sits on their counter. It'll sit on their counter, they don't touch it, they forget about it, they forget that they even booked that party, and so that's when I call them up and I remind them that, oh yeah, that's right, I've got that wish list I can get to you to get that $5 extra credit. I kind of walk them through again how they can get all that free credit, kind of go through that hostess plan with them, explain to them the half price items. I also walk through them I explain to them about the outside orders. Outside orders can be a huge chunk of your party. In fact, sometimes my parties are the bigger portion of my party. Sometimes I can have most of the party done before the even actual party happens with the outside orders. Then I kind of, depending on the hostess, I kind of see how her guest list is coming, see how many people she does have invited. Talk to her again about the personal inviting. I think the personal inviting is the key to the party. Versus the Facebook, texting, email reminders, that whole thing. Personal invites is the key to it. Personally inviting, meaning by talking to them face to face, on the phone, whatever that key might be. Then I also talk to them usually a week and a half, 2 weeks before the party, usually about the time that I'm sending out the invitations in the mail, unless they've chosen to do like an invite. It's usually around that time that I'm talking to them, just to kind of see if they have any questions, see if there's anybody else they wanted to add to their invite list, just anything that they have going on. They're usually pretty excited about the party about that time. Then I will do my last check-in call, kind of let them know how the reminder calls went, kind of let them know who is coming that I've heard from, who they've heard from, find out how many people she thinks are coming. It's just my last minute check-in call, get directions, that kind of thing, usually a day before the party. The other thing though that I do, I forgot to mention that right after I book that party, before I call her 2 to 3 days after I send that packet, is I will send a thank you note. I send her a thank you note for booking that party, and in that thank you note I will, I kind of include a little thank you for booking the party. And I include a thank you by giving her, a $5 gift card to Starbucks, or maybe it's a Dairy Queen gift card, kind of whatever my whim and fancy is of the week. I will include a $5 gift card for that. I know these are extras out of your pocket, but I feel like it's something that encourages that hostess. I feel like that extra $5 gift card to Starbucks is it's like a thank you. Thank you for hosting this party, invest your time, and typically they will hold. It shows that hostess that I'm invested in her, she's invested in me, we're working together at this party together. And she's accepting a gift from me for doing this party, kind of thing. After the party is done, I will sit down with that hostess and I will pull out the catalog, or I'll pull out the hostess. Right now I usually just print it off the website since we don't have a catalog that we're using, but I pull out the hostess information, and I will make a kind of a line at where she's at for her party, and then I ask her how many outside orders she still thinks she has. And then usually I figure out that if she has 4 orders, I figure that $25 per order is usually average order. So if she has 4 more orders she thinks she has, she's probably going to get about $100 more in orders. And then I just calculate how much more of free product she's going to have. But the other thing I will do is I'll look at my reminder calls, and I'll see, how many more people she said they were going to come. sometimes I'll have people that said they wanted to order on those reminder calls and let her know, oh, this person said they wanted to order, but she didn't know that kind of scenario. So we kind of set a goal together of kind of what range she's kind of shooting for, and then we will also set our date of when we're going to close that party. The other thing, though, that I do kind of, it's not necessarily hostess coaching, but I think the key to success is keep your parties fun, have a good time with it, build that relationship with that hostess. It's really the key to it. But the other thing I would include with my hostess coaching that I do on that day before call is I tell her, because in my hostess information that I send to my hostess, is I send her information about the business. I always include information about the business to my hostess because I think that's crucial, because your hostesses are your number one people that are going to do the business. They've gone through the whole process of it. They kind of see how the business works. They see how the party plan works. So that day before the party, I will just tell her, I'll say, I'll ask her, have you ever thought about doing something like this? See what she says. Most times hostesses will say no, and I'll say, okay, you know what? I just always ask my hostesses if they've ever thought about this, but if you don't mind, just take a look at that information I enclosed in your packet. If you have any questions, let me know. And then when I get to the party, as I'm setting up, I will just say, did you have any questions about the business? Just wanted to double check with you. Did you have a chance to look at it, just to see what you think? Sometimes they'll go, oh yeah, I did take a look at it. I do have some questions, and they'll say, oh no, not interested. But many times still, at the end of the party, they'll say, you know what, I am kind of interested. They'll end up joining just because you kind of planted that seed a couple times throughout the party, kind of thing. Trying to think if there's anything else I would say about hostess coaching. I don't really think there's anything else. Definitely, as always, ask me a question, guys. Shoot me an email if you have any questions. Like I said, really the key to hostess coaching is keep in contact with your hostess, build that relationship. Sometimes it's hard to catch those hostesses by phone. Sometimes I found that hostesses are better with texting. If it's better with texting, text them. If it's better with email, email them. Be creative with your hostesses. Don't inundate them. Usually, like I said, 2 to 3 times is your key. But keep in touch with them. They are invested. They do typically want to host if they said they want to host. Get them excited about hosting a party. Our toys are wonderful. They're gonna love it, and have a great time. Thanks.